We have another example on the board. Before we are going to perform any operations, we're supposed to organize both equations. We're supposed to make sure that the variables x and y's are going to be on the left side of the equation and all constants are going to be on the right side. So I'm going to have in the first equation 1/2 x plus 2/3 y equals 4/9. The second equation, I have negative 3/4 x on the right side. I have to take it and move to the left. That's why I'm going to have 3/4 x minus 2/3 y equals negative 7/24. We organize both equations. Next, we're supposed to eliminate fractions. Why we're supposed to eliminate fractions? Because it's much easier to work with the whole numbers than fractions. That's why I prefer to eliminate fractions. In order to eliminate fractions from the first equation, we're supposed to multiply both sides of the equation by the common denominator. Common denominator for these three fractions is 18. And in order to eliminate the fractions in the second equation, we're supposed to multiply that equation by 24, because this is the common denominator for these three fractions. Now let's perform the multiplication, okay, by simply multiply every single term by 18. So I have 18 times 1/2 x plus 18 times 2/3 y equals 18 times 4/9. Let's take a look at the second equation. We have 24 times 3/4x minus 24 times 2/3y equals 24 times minus 7/24. Now, 18 and 2. We can reduce 18 and 2 by 2. 18 divided by 2 is equal 9. 9 times 1 gives me 9. I have to write 9x because this is x, okay? 9 have to be multiplied by x, that's why I have 9x. Plus 18 divided by 3 is equal 6. 6 times 2 is equal 12. I have plus 12y because I have y equals 18 divided by 9 is equal 2. 2 times 4 is equal 8. So this is my first equation. Let's take a look at the second one. We have 24 divided by 4 is equal 6. 6 times 3 gives me 18. 18x. Negative 24 divided by 3 is equal negative 8. Negative 8 times 2 is equal negative 16. Negative 16y equals, and I have 24 and 24 will cancel out, and I'm going to end up with negative 7. Now we're supposed to look at the x coefficients and y coefficients. As you can see, they have different numerical values. In order to apply addition-subtraction method, the coefficients next to x or next to y is supposed to have the same numerical value and different signs. So what we're supposed to do? We're supposed to multiply the first equation by -2. Someone is going to ask why we're supposed to multiply by -2. Because if you are going to multiply x coefficient by -2, you are going to have -18x. -18x and +18x are going to subtract each other, and you are going to end up with 0. So you are going to eliminate x. That's why I multiply the first equation by -2. Next, multiply +12 by -2. This is equal -24y, of course. 8 times -2 is equal -16. Okay, so this is my first equation. Next, I'm supposed to copy down the second one. I have 18x minus 16y is equal -7. -18x plus 18x is equal 0. -24y plus -16y is equal -40y equals -16 plus -7 is equal -23. In order to find value of y, you're supposed to divide both sides equation by whatever is multiplied to y. Divide by -40. -40 and -40 will cancel out, and you have y equals negative divided by negative gives you positive, and I have 23 over 40. This is my value of y. So let me write this down over here. Y is equal 23 over 40. Now we are going to find value of x. We can find value of x by using one of the simplified equations. Please notice that I left these two equations, okay, and I erased everything else. So just show you that you can use one of these, or you can use one of these, of course, but dealing with fractions is going to take a little bit more time. That's why I prefer to use the simplified equations. I'm going to use the first one. Why I'm going to use the first one? Because it has the values of coefficient lower than the coefficients of the second equation. So we have 9x plus 12y, I just copied this down, is equal 8. Instead of y, I'm supposed to write 23 over 4. I have 9x plus 12 and y is equal 23 over 40 equals 8. I have 9x plus 12 and 40 can be reduced by 4. So I have 12 divided by 4 is equal 3. And I have 23 over 10 equals 8. So I'm going to have 9x plus 3 times 23 is equal 69 over 10 is equal 8. So what we're supposed to do next, we're supposed to move this fraction to the right side. And we're going to have 9x equals 8 minus 69 over 10. Please notice that we're supposed to subtract the fraction from the whole number. So in this case, we're supposed to convert whole number to fraction, and we are going to have 8 over 1 minus 69 over 10. In order to subtract fractions, we're supposed to find a common denominator. Common denominator for 1 and 10 is equal 10. In order to get 10, in this denominator, we have to multiply 1 by 10. whatever I did in the denominator, I have to do also in the numerator. If I multiply 1 by 10, I have to also multiply 8 by 10, so that's why this is going to be 80 minus 69. 80 minus 69 is equal 11, and I'm supposed to keep the denominator 11 over 10. So I can write that 9x is equal 11 over 10. 9x is equal 11 over 10. In order to find value of x, I have to divide both sides of my equation by 9. Because I have fraction in the numerator, I'm going to also make fraction in the denominator by writing 9 over 1. We're supposed to divide two fractions. Remember, anytime you divide fractions, you're supposed to copy first one down, 11 over 10. Division, you have to change to the multiplication and find the reciprocal of the second fraction, 1 over 9. Next, you're supposed to perform the multiplication. X is equal 11 times 1 is equal 11, and I have 10 times 9 is equal 90, and this is value of x. If you want to verify that your answer is correct, you're supposed to plug in these values into the original equations, or you can apply to the simplified equations. And you're supposed to realize, or you're supposed to notice, that the left side of the equation is going to be equal to the right side. I mean, the value of the left side is going to be equal to the value of the right side. I found out that these two values are correct. So what I want you to do, I want you to perform the calculations and prove, okay, that these solutions are okay by yourself. So because I proved that they're correct, I can say that the ordered pair x equals 11 over 90 and y 23 over 40 is the solution to the system of these two linear equations.